Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you, and I'm getting into the weekly check-in. I am closing out week 3 weekly check-in and setting up week 4 before the new paycheck period. So I'm excited to get into that. We're going to check in with all our spending. We're going to check in with all the bills that happened during this time period, and we are going to get a total of what we pay back to the credit card. All of the spending that you see in my categories goes to the credit card and some of our bills. So when there are bills that go to the credit card, I need to account for that. So I'll have 2 different totals that I need to work with. And then I make one payment to the credit card and zero it out and start all over the next week. So every week I really try to keep that paid off, and I've been doing really good with that. So let's go ahead and get started with the weekly check-in and look at the spending calendar. Okay, so this is my spending calendar. It's getting pretty full. We're getting close to the end of the month. I did have some no-spend days. I had 2 no-spend days this week. Part of the 14th I did spend after I did the weekly check-in. So I have to account for that, as well as the 15th through the 21st, which is what my normal week would be, a Friday through a Thursday. I do that to line it up with my husband's paydays on Fridays. So that is where we're starting with that. I do have here my little notes page where I've already written down the transactions. We're just going to check them off, come up with a total, and balance out our weekly check-in and see where we're at and what numbers we need for our paycheck closeout. That will be the next video coming up. So definitely check that out. When I do post after this one, it'll be Paycheck 3 setup is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to close out Paycheck 2 and set up Paycheck 3. And these are the numbers I draw from there to get those, to match it with the bank account. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my paper here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my calculator and figure out what I have here. So I'm trying not to get the glare from the lamps I use to brighten up the area so it will record well. Oh my goodness, that is a tricky thing as somebody on YouTube, is finding the right lighting and how much light you need. So, anyway, moving on. Saturday the 16th, I did not do a grocery haul this week. I did several little grocery pickups instead of a big grocery haul at the beginning of the week. And so I think if I'm going to do grocery hauls and day in a life videos, I'll do it once a month. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep doing it, but I did like doing it and it was a lot of fun. So the first thing I have is $67.58 grocery store. It usually involves milk, maybe 1 meat, and I buy 2 or 3 gallons of milk at a time. I usually keep 4 in the fridge, and we go through them probably a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon to a gallon a day. So I am constantly at the store for milk and things like that. So that's probably a huge part of it. And then snacks and things that my family likes to eat. The next thing I have, let's see, move my calendar back. Over here I have $122.81. That was a sizable grocery haul there with more meats for the week, specific things that I wanted, like cherry tomatoes, spinach. I don't buy those regularly, but I had a recipe I wanted to use with a shrimp Alfredo pasta dish, and it had spinach and cherry tomatoes in it as well. It's something I made a long time ago, and I decided to make it again. So my husband's excited about that. That is what's for dinner tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night, Saturday night. So yeah, it's been $60.07 here. To be honest, I can't remember what I got. It was crazy. Probably more milk and a few other things. Here, $135.95. I do know I got, I do try to catch the sales and stock up on things that are on sale that are regular in my house. So chips for lunches, they had buy 3 and get so much off, or buy 6 and get so much off. I can't remember it. Whatever a party size bag would have been priced, which was now about $5.37 a bag, it dropped down to $3.99. So I went ahead and stocked up on those bags to make it cheaper. Long term, and things like that. I also stocked up on some things where it's allergy season, so I had 2 bottles of nose spray that I typically use for myself, and I also stocked up on cough drops that I like to use throughout the winter. Cold and flu season's coming around, things like that, so you might want to stock up on some of those medicines, and there were some good deals and discounts with those. What else did I get? And my allergy spray actually was buy one get one 40% off, which was a pretty good deal, and the fact that they had it in stock was amazing too. I got flour, I got breadcrumbs, I got sugar, like big bags. I stocked up on that in my containers, and just some things that I ran out of that I needed more of. Cooking oil, pasta, and and I also got some blueberry and chocolate chip muffin mixes. My husband wants to take muffins to work now. He's not wanting the eggs right now. I think when it gets hot, cooler, he will want the eggs again. So he's taking a break from those, which is a shame because I have so many eggs right now. I get them from my neighbor who has chickens, and they are so good. But yeah, I have like a whole bowl, and I haven't even made a dent into them yet because I keep getting more. Okay, so let's go ahead and total up the grocery household category and see how much we spent this week. Okay, so we have $386.41. That is in budget with what I had left for the category for this month, so we should be pretty good there. We'll see how we do by the end of the month. I know we're over budget in some categories, so we'll see if we can keep that reined in for, let's see how much time we have left. We have another week and then a couple of days. Not sure if I'm going to count this towards next month or this month. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, now for restaurants. Restaurants are usually here on the weekends, but I did have a few more during the week this week, which is unusual for us. So $54 for the pizza for the entire family of 4 adults at Papa John's, and delivered by DoorDash. So we always leave a pretty good tip with that. We don't mind helping people out like that. It's kind of our way of giving back, is giving a good tip to the community and the people that need money to pay their bills, and they're doing this job as a side hustle. We also stopped at Taco Bell one day on a Sunday afternoon, $18.85, and it was just me and my husband, and that was an eventful day. So we were out and about. And then the last one was last night, because I'm filming this on Friday. $36.69 Chick-fil-A, and that was because my allergies were bothering me and I couldn't really focus to cook and stand. I was a hot mess. My allergies are just kicking my butt right now. So scratchy throat. Some days I feel like, am I sick? Is something going on? Or am I not sick? I don't know. Things like that. So yeah, it's crazy. So I'm going to total this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so restaurants, I have $109.54. There we go. And that was pretty good for the week. We're still going to be over budget in this category just because we've spent more than what we normally would, and leading all the way to the end of the month, we're going to be spending even more because of we are planning to meet with my father-in-law on this day. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to include it in September's budget or October's budget. Just depends on how the numbers come out and what works easiest for me. So we'll see what happens. The next thing we have is miscellaneous. So miscellaneous, it starts here, $147.41 with Sara Marie stickers. I actually forgot to get a couple of stickers, so it would have been maybe $5 more. So I'm going to have to order them with another order. I forgot the Build Do stickers for my November kit, which I already have put down. Isn't that pretty? So this is going to be my October, which I've already got put down, and then this is going to be November, and I really like those colors, so that's going to be really good. But I ordered my November kit, I have my budget kit, and I have my weeklies. So for my planners, I have an hourly and a A5 horizontal, and I love them. They turn out really, really cute. Let's see, $80.11 for Lowe's. My husband purchased, what did we get? Oh, we bought a ladder. We bought a ladder. He was wanting to put a ceiling fan up, and he wanted a lighter ladder than the little giant ladder to get upstairs and put my son's ceiling fan up. So there's that. And then what's the other? Oh, Amazon purchases. So I bought this really cute ruler. Isn't it adorable? I had a Erin Condren brass ruler, and I lost it in the move, and it was about this size and everything, except for the hole had an asterisk there, and it may have had the logo or something on it, but I thought this was really nice. Amazon, $7-8, because my husband, I wanted that, and then my husband was buying t-shirts, so he got like 4 or 5 colors, and they were whisking t-shirts, so when he's out in the heat riding the lawnmower and cutting grass, he doesn't get overheated, which he does very easily. So there we go there, and let's go ahead and get these totals. Okay, so that's $269.13 for miscellaneous, which is really good, I think, considering I didn't spend very much. I don't think you guys saw that. I'm sorry. I didn't spend very much last week. I do apologize for the glare. And now for gasoline. We did have a purchase here for $71.65. Gas prices are kind of high where we're at. And yeah. And then my husband went for a drive. He wanted to top off his tank. Normally he spends $42, but this time he didn't know how far he was going. He didn't want to be without gas, so he just put $19.40 in to fill it back up, and then he went for a drive on his own. Oh, there we go. And then yesterday he went to Circle K before work and got gas at $42.60. He always forgets to get gas before he goes to work, so he has to do it very early in the morning on the way to work. So let's go ahead and total up the gas prices, and hopefully I don't get a glare this time. Okay, so that's $133.65. And that's what we spent in gas, 1 for me and 2 for him. And then co-pays. I had several prescriptions that got refilled this time of the month. And we had my son's prescription for $9.09. Another one for him for 50 cents. And then we had more prescriptions over here, which I'm trying to figure. I think this is one of my prescriptions for 63 cents. And then I had some more prescriptions go through for $7.87. So there we go. Those are all the prescriptions right there. Not too bad as far as price and all of that, and our regular prescriptions. All right, let's total this up. I already had $18.09. Not too bad. And then we had unbudgeted for $185.50. So that was here. Sugar Creek. I didn't even check it off. I'm sorry about that. 150 or one. I'm sorry. No, I said that wrong. 185.50. So this is Sugar Creek range. What it means is a gun range. My husband, most of you know, was active duty military. He, was a great marksman in the military. Did security things as needed when they called him. And so he's always had guns growing up. He's from Kentucky, and he wanted a place to go and practice and just keep his skills up, and he enjoys doing it. But it's just a target range. It's not really anything more than that. He's not hunting or anything, though he would like to get back into hunting. He just hasn't done it in like 20-some years. So he wanted to go to the range, and he found one that he really liked. And our son will probably add it onto it because they like to do target practice together, and yeah, things like that. So that that was something we paid for. But it was interesting, the day he went, that Friday when he did this, I told him, go ahead and spend the money, we'll figure it out. I also got 2 checks in the mail, and they were refund checks. So watch out for Paycheck 2 closeout and Paycheck 3 setup on my next video, and you will see exactly where that money came from, and it almost covered all of that. So that was pretty cool. But that's for another video. So let's go ahead and put our numbers into our weekly check-in. Now here I just do 4 of the 6. Because the gasoline and copay, I don't really have to pay as much attention. I don't go overboard there. We're pretty routine on that, but these I have to pay attention to. So we're going to add the numbers that we have. And the grocery household, we had $386.41, $109.54, and then $269.13 for miscellaneous, and then $185.50 for the range there. So I have a lot of red, so hopefully we can get it back in the black and take care of that. Let's go ahead and do the totals and subtract what I budgeted for the week and how much is left over so we can get a new balance for week 4. So I have $477.93 I had planned for the week 3, and I spent $386.41, leaving me $91.52 left in the budget to work with. I'm going to add $300 because that's what I planned for this week. $300, and let's see what that gives me. So I have $391.52. I could have done the math in my head, but you know, sometimes I just don't want to think. Sorry. There we go. All right, so that's what we have for week 4. I think that'll be fine. That's what I spent or less for week 3. So if I can pay attention to what we're spending for week 4 and not really stock up too much, then I can keep in budget there, and we should be good for the last week. Now the restaurants, I'm over budget for the month. I already know that. $44.33. I spent $109.54, and I know I'm going to be over budget till the end of the month, more than likely, just because we just had some extra special spending this month that I did not plan on. $65.21 is what we're over. I'm going to add, let's see, what do I add to this? I got little notes over here. I'm going to add $100, and that is going to give me $34.79, and I know that's not going to be enough because we're ordering pizza for the whole family tonight, and yeah, that's never enough. All right. So the next thing we have is miscellaneous, and I went a little overboard here, but not a lot. $269.09 minus the $269.13, and that gives me negative $0.04. So not too bad. I'm still, able to cover all that with that. But once I get to the unbudgeted, it definitely had to come out of the checking account, which it did in the buffer because I added money to the buffer of the checking account, and you'll see that next week or next time, next video. So I'm going to add $100 to this. Oops, not $1,000. I wish. And that will give me in miscellaneous $99.96 for the week of week 4. And to be honest, it's going to be week 4 and week 5 because I'm not adding anything extra to restaurants or miscellaneous next week, just because it didn't fit in the budget. So anything I do spend over that will come out of the buffer of the checking account. Unbudgeted was, well, I'm going to go ahead and put 0 here and start all over. I did pay this unbudgeted because I did gain some income in the checking account from the refunds. So I'm just going to leave this at $185.50, and it's already paid. All of this is already paid. I paid the credit card back, and money was taken care of in the checking account. So that is the weekly check-in. That is what I had to check on, and this is what I have to start with for next week. And knowing that I'm low in some areas and high and average in others, I can kind of play it by ear and say how much is in the buffer of the checking account by looking at my paycheck budget and what extra room do we have to spend to cover the cost if we go over. So that is usually where that money comes from, because this is all my checking account. Everything you see here, when I'm paying my credit card, it's actually me spending out of my checking account. I just do it on the credit card first and then make one payment. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get into what I need to pay for the credit card. You guys don't know, but I already did. And I want to show you that. I go here, all that spending that I did here, and I will go ahead and do those totals for you. And I have the bills on the back because I ran out of room. So we're going to total up all of these and then have a number here, and then put credit card number as well after I look at the bills. So $386.41 plus the $109.54 plus the $269.13 plus the $133.65 and $18.09 and $185.50, and that gives me a total of spending total $1,102.32. And then on the back of this, I have the bills we can check off. So that's what I wrote right here, and this is the total we're going to pay with the credit card. So I have that number, and I'm going to go to my September budget calendar here. This is where I track everything. And from the 15th to the 21st, what bills came out. Now I did move this bill from here to here. It varies during weeks and weekends and stuff like that. So it's not exactly the same day every month, but it's close when I put it down. So I did have AT&T come out to $61.86. I still haven't called them, and I have the wrong number here. I think, yeah, $261.86. That's what I get for planning way too far ahead. All right, and then, oh, I just realized this one did not happen. This one got canceled. I'm going to put an X here and then put CXL across there. Can't really see it, but it got canceled. So that didn't charge. It only charges when we're there because we have to literally swipe our card. So at AT&T, I was a little worried there for a minute. Discovery Plus came out. Apple Storage came out. US CCA, not SS. Oh, something my husband has, a subscription. And that is it as far as what was charged to the credit card. So it's highlighted in blue over the where I write the title. And I have all that right there. So let's total that up. Okay, so that was $311.01 that we put on the credit card with the bills. All right, so we're going to have $311.01, and then we're going to have this number, which is $1,102 and $1,102.32. And we're going to add the other side. I do apologize where I'm moving everything around. Plus the $311.01. There we go. So that gave me a total of $1,413.33, and that is exactly what I paid the credit card earlier today, in order to bring it back to a zero balance. So everything stayed in check. I am so happy to hear that. Running the numbers the way I do really keeps me accountable, and it really helps me pay attention to what I'm spending and think twice sometimes. There's several times where I'm like, I just can't spend that. This is not the right time. I can wait on this, because I know how much is actually in the bank account. So that is everything. So that is the weekly check-in. That is my credit card, me paying off the credit card and bringing it to zero. I'll show you here. Oops, that's next month. This number, $1,413.33, match exactly what I did when I did my weekly check-in and the bill check-in. So what went to the credit card, so when I made that payment, it actually brought it to zero, which is excellent, and we are good to go there. So tracking is the key to everything when it comes to budgeting. It is the best way to figure out, keep in mind in your memory and figure out what you have available and when you can spend and when you can't spend. The trick is, how do you get especially couples to figure that out? Every system is different. Some people are strong in sharing that together, and some people, one person does it, the other doesn't. And so it really should be shared between both, but in a way that makes sense to both of you. Not everybody looks at it the exact same way, so keep that in mind and just find something that works and see if you can stick with it. Yeah, so that's what I have today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore.